What's up, you guys? My name is Ryan, and in this video, we're going to be trying to investigate exactly what's going on with Nikola that's causing it to become one of the most volatile stocks in the market recently. Nikola's ticker symbol is NKLA. First thing that we need to do is take a look at the recent news that's come out about Nikola and see how this will affect the company going forward. The next thing that we got to do is take a look at its chart and use some of the technical indicators that we know and try to apply these to see where the stock price is headed. So if you're interested at where the stock price of Nikola could end up, you should stick around because we're going to be trying to determine just that. But before we do though, please like and subscribe so we can continue making content like this for you guys in the future. Let's get started and jump right in to some of the news and the stock analysis. Looking at the CNBC article, if you didn't know already, one of the big indicators of why Nikola is actually going through what it is their CEO and founder, Trevor Milton, actually resigned. And part of this is due to some other allegations against him. But the company is continuing negotiations with GM, which announced quite a while ago that they're having a $2 billion deal to actually produce their pickup truck. So this is actually a big thing for both companies, and it'll be sealed today. They said by the end of September that they'll actually finish this deal. And so that's good that they're staying by their word, considering all the negative news that Nikola's had currently. Continuing this article, we can see that they actually delayed their Nikola World in-person event. It doesn't surprise me due to the coronavirus issues that we're having. But one big thing is as they're planning on actually testing their Nikola semi-trucks in Europe by the end of this year. And so this will be a good indication considering the old prototypes that they actually proposed were working correctly, weren't as production representative as they made them out to be. And so this will be a good indication as if they could work to a production representative ability. One negative thing that the company didn't actually mention any plans for the pickup truck, which is expected to be produced by General Motors. And so this should be actually happening in 2022. And this is part of the deal that they're signing actually on Tuesday for this $2 billion deal. But we'll have to see how much this will actually affect. Tuesday will be the day that they actually close this deal. September the 30th was supposedly the day that they're finalizing it. And so GM hasn't backed out now. And so it was up pretty big pre-market today considering this news. I think it was up about 5%, which it'll only go up more as we approach the Tuesday date in anticipation of this finalized agreement between the two companies. So one of the other things that is really driving the stock price fluctuation is Milton's sexual assault claims that they're having. And so he has two of these now. And so this will be kind of sporadic as this kind of affects, the morality of the company more than anything else. So that'll have to be something that you keep in mind if you're interested in investing with Nikola. However, one good thing is potentially if you're looking for a deal, Nikola is down more than 60% since they've actually announced a deal with GM when they're announcing that 11% stake in the company. So let's take a look now at the chart and see if we can use any technical indicators to kind of predict where the stock price could be headed after this finalized deal, or if it could continue on the downward trend if more negative news actually arises. Taking a look first at Nikola's one-day chart, you can see that I mapped out some supports and resistances that we've seen. Nikola's fallen really far down as it hit $94 earlier this year, and now it's only trading at about $20 due to all the negative news that we've had come out about it. But this potentially could be a good opportunity for the long-term investment, but there is some substantial risk involved with this, but the reward could be beneficial. So some of the supports that we have currently, it bounced off about $16 and about $18. And so those are the two supports. Some of those has to be going all the way to what we saw earlier, all the way in May. But we do have a substantial amount of resistances that we know the values for. So the closest one right now is about 27.50, 29.35. Then we go up all the way to 50 and 55. There'll be some time or some very positive news will have to come out for it to kind of hit those numbers again. So another thing that we can see is this stochastic indicator is very oversold. So you can see it's very on the low end, and it's actually coming back up a little bit due to this last couple days of positive news over GM not actually going back on their deal for the 11% stake. So potentially we can see this stochastic move up, and we see kind of a twist up, trending up right now. So potentially we'll have to keep an eye on the stochastic to see if it actually comes back up into the neutral area, or if we can actually get another round up into the overbought. So that's one thing we'll have to look at. Let's take a look at a Fibonacci regression to see if there's any other lines of support and resistance that we can see from this giant move down. Looking at the same chart, I just used the Fibonacci regression tool to map out the swing high position at $94 all the way down to this $29 swing low position, and brought it back up to propagate these lines of resistance and support. As you can see, some of these lines actually line up with the ones that we actually used and marked out previously. This $54 level is actually lines up perfectly with the 61% Fibonacci line. In addition, we can see some extra ones here for the $78 level that we might encounter. So this might be interesting to see how it rebounds going back up. However, right now we're going to be kind of stuck in the lower levels here. Potentially it'll take quite a bit of time and some positive news to dig out of this channel. So I think the big news will be when GM actually signs the deal. And then the other thing is here, it's very, very oversold right now. Understandably, we can also see the volume here. So there's a lot of things going on with the stock. So it's potentially a very good buying opportunity. But then on the other side of the coin, it's very risky investment right now, considering everything that's happened. But obviously, it's just a risk-reward game. So good luck if you're interested in the stock long, because I think potentially it could be a good opportunity, just kind of risky. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like and subscribe so we can continue making it for you guys. If you have a question or want me to take a look at a specific stock, please leave it in the comments below.